Now with more on tonight's top story, and a South Australian woman missing for 2 near-freezing nights in the remote Northern Territory outback has been found alive. 9 News was there at the moment the dramatic breakthrough occurred and as the 64-year-old was reunited with her husband.
Emerging from the rescue helicopter on her own 2 feet, Cheryl Redway walks over to her emotional husband for the most incredible reunion.
Seriously running out of time, so I'm the happiest man. Thank you.
64-year-old Cheryl had spent 2 cold nights lost in the harsh terrain near Kings Canyon since becoming separated from her husband during a walk on Thursday morning. The good news of her discovery was delivered to the head of the police search team at 3:30 this afternoon, right in the middle of a 9 News interview.
Something's happening here right now, is it?
Got her.
They found her. They found her.
Friends who'd been camping with the Millicent woman rejoiced. The police helicopter had found her 2.5 kilometres from their campground.
Extremely desperate. I didn't lose hope because I knew that she's a stronger person than the average, than what they were working on, huh?
Right now, 20 minutes after she was found, Cheryl appears to be doing quite well, but the reality of her ordeal is starting to sink in and she's likely to need to undergo some hospital treatment. Very resilient woman.
She most certainly is. Some of the stories that she's been telling are a little bit funny, but I'll keep them between us and her. But yeah, look, it's a quite positive outcome.
I knew that she had to be found this afternoon.
This moment for Alan was priceless. Ben Avery, 9 News.
Returning now to our top story and the remarkable survival of a South Australian woman who was found after being lost for 2 near-freezing nights in the remote Northern Territory outback. Reporter Ben Avery was at Kings Canyon when grandmother Cheryl Redway was located, and he filed this update a short time ago.
Well, Will, this time last night, 64-year-old Cheryl Redway would have been preparing to spend her second night lost out here in the Northern Territory outback. It gets as cold as 4 degrees in the middle of the night and it would have been extremely uncomfortable. But tonight we can happily reveal that she's now back in the company of her husband. He's extremely relieved. She would be no doubt even more relieved. Let's take a look at that very special moment when the couple was reunited at around 3:30 this afternoon.
I'm the happiest man in Australia at the moment. I didn't lose hope because I knew that she's a stronger person.
Now, the pair had been camping with some friends who were also extremely jubilant when the news came through. As I say, it was around 3:30 and we as the 9 News crew were actually doing an interview with the head of the police search team when he was told by a fellow police officer that the search was effectively over. Let's have a look at that moment.
Something's happening here right now, is it?
Got her.
They found her. They found her.
Now, there'd been a lot of talk about exactly how Cheryl had gone missing, and the report was that she was walking with her husband, the pair had had a dispute, and then her husband had walked one way and she'd walked the other. Well, that has been clarified today. Her husband says that she's just a better walker than him, and she walked off a few hundred metres in front and then unfortunately became lost. But as I say, very good news tonight. Cheryl probably getting some hospital treatment at the moment, but there appears to be no major injuries. She's just a little bit shaken up and she did appear to be smiling in the minutes after she was found. So very good news here from outback Northern Territory. Will.
Yeah, very good news indeed. Ben Avery there.